Hey guys, welcome to another hangout with me. Okay, babes, I finally finished the show The Summer I Turned Pretty. Um, Conrad in season 3 is fucking amazing. I know that I've been a Conrad fan since the start, but I mean, come on, like, someone I know, I was telling them about the show and how excited I am about Conrad, and they were like, no, that like they were not really rooting for Conrad, I guess. I don't know, and stuff. And I was like, also like, yeah, I mean, I want her to finish. Like, this was when I watched one of the first episodes of the first season, like of the whole show. And I was like, I really liked Conrad, but even I thought that she wouldn't end up with Conrad. And now to see my dreams come true, I mean, my point was like, this person that I was talking to, they were saying this and that about Conrad, blah blah, whatever. Okay, but I mean, him in season 3, you can't say anything. Like, talk about character development. He has really grown. He has grown a lot. All of the characters have grown a lot, but Conrad, babe. Like, he's going to therapy. He's like emotional, vulnerable. God, he is awesome, and he was so mature. Like, the way that he was carrying himself, and he was finally like in a, you could see that he's in a better place, that he is happier, and stuff like that, like compared to the season 1. Yeah. And like the way that he was carrying himself, to be honest, by the way, I'm not throwing hate on anyone or something like that. Like, these are just like my random opinions. Obviously this is a wonderful show and everybody did a wonderful job. Like, I'm just mm, how you read a book and then you go to like a book club and y'all just comment on the characters and everybody has their own view and opinion, just like on art, and this is art. That's all that I'm doing. When you're watching a movie and in the moment you're like screaming at the screen, oh, do that, oh, do this, and or like, you're reacting like, oh my god, this was so cute, blah blah. That's what I'm doing right now, and I'm just giving you like my point of view of this piece of art. There's no wrong or right, or yeah. um Anyways, so at the start I was even kind of like, Conrad looks like, mature, and Belly was kind of still, of course she also had a character development and stuff, but she was, to me, she was looking a bit childish still with Jeremiah. And I was even like, they better make her. I really wanted her to finish with Conrad, and at some point I even looked it up, who she's gonna end up with, so that I can be at peace watching the show. And I knew that she's gonna end up with Conrad. So when I was watching season 3, I was like, I hope that they're gonna do something, that there's gonna be like a, how is it called, like when they skip time, when time goes by, and that in that time they make this character development even more, like she grows a bit more too, she matures a bit more too before they get together with Conrad. Because at that point, at the beginning of the season, it felt like she's a bit more childish than him still. And they did, babe, they did. She went to Paris and she got that a bit more maturity that she needed, and according to me. And it was so beautiful, babe. Like the way that they kiss. Ah, like there is so much yearning and so much like emotional depth. I'm not saying that there actually is, because they're actors, but Belly and Conrad, so much emotional depth. God, I was like, I cannot wait, babe. Like, Conrad in season 3 is my type. I want someone like Conrad in season 3. I can't pinpoint what things exactly, because it's probably not like the whole Conrad, but I guess there are some things that Conrad has that I like in a guy, and I mean, I can't tell you some of them, but yeah. Also, when I finished the show, there was a point where I was like, um I kind of want to watch more content of Conrad, and there's no Conrad anymore. They're making the movie, but not yet. And so I kind of started watching the interviews, even though I knew that, like, the actor Chris, he's not Conrad, of course. Nobody is the character, and I knew that. And I was like, it's not gonna be the same, but whatever. At the start, when I was watching, like, the actors, like, actually, like, Lola, Chris, Gavin, and, cause, okay, during the whole show, I really, I really liked Conrad, and about all of the characters, but especially Conrad, I would, tell myself, like, um, this is written by a woman. It's a character made by a woman. He doesn't exist in the real world. I would tell myself that these are fictional characters, because yeah, the actors are playing fictional characters. Uh, and so, like, in my head, it was so much, I guess, that they're fictional characters. And then when I watched, like, the actual actors, Lola, Chris, Kevin, at the beginning, I was like, oh my god, they even have the same voice. Like, Chris and Conrad. Like, it was weird for me. Like, that there was, like, a meme of when you see your teacher from your school outside the school, like somewhere in the streets, in a cafe, wherever, and you're like, what's going on? Like, you are in the school. That's where you exist. Like a glitch in the matrix. And that's what I felt like when I first, like, saw the actors in real life. I was like, wait, what's going on? Like, you should be in the show. Why? Oh my god, you have even the same voice. After I finished the show, I watched interviews of the actors and stuff, and I learned their names. Lola, Chris, Gavin, Sean, Rain. And I even learned Elsie and David, because there was interviews with them too. And Jackie? Hmm. Anyways, I want to take a second to appreciate all of the cast. I think that they're so good. Obviously, I think that, I don't know, like, I know that I'm anyways a Conrad fan, and I think that the actor Chris is gorgeous and stuff, but like, regardless of that, I really do like, at from the start when I was looking at the show, and still now, I'm not a professional actor or anything, but to me personally, really, Chris is a really good actor. Really good actor. I just think he's an amazing actor. And then Lola also, I think she's a great actor. Like, really, I said this in my other videos. To me, I think it's a good actor when you can see that they're acting. And both of them, like, they're really good. I also think that Sean was really good. Rain was really good. Um, and the mothers, the yeah, I don't know their names, but the actresses that played Susanna and Laurel, I think that they were great actors too. Like, I just want to take a second to appreciate all of their acting skills. And of course, to take a moment to appreciate the whole storyline and the creativity. Like, for real, yes, that too. Cause, um, you really had no idea. I don't know. Like, to me personally, like, I have mentioned this too. Whenever I watch a movie or a TV show, it's fun for me to, like, kind of, like, as I watch it, to, like, predict, like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and that's gonna happen, blah blah blah. And for this show, I couldn't predict how each season was gonna end. I couldn't predict, like, what is it gonna be that's gonna, like, what is gonna happen next. Like, maybe sometimes I could, but not in the amount that I'm usually able to when I watch a movie or a show. So I think that that was also great. I mean, that also shows that there was a lot of creativity into it, so that it can turn out like that. I don't know, like, I just think that it's a really good quality. And I want to take a second to appreciate it and point it out. Good job, everyone that's on the team. I just remember this. I was gonna say like I'm satisfied with the show, and I am, but there is this one thing that I was like kind of sad about. This is like my own personal thing. I really like when I can also see like the couple that I'm rooting for, because most of the time I watch romantic movies, romantic shows, and I like it when there's a time when the couple is together and I can see them together doing stuff and enjoy them. And of course, yeah, it's a show and there's gonna be like some challenges that the characters are gonna go through. There's gonna be something, because something's gonna be happening, so that there's a show. Ouch. Sure, but like it can be like something more chill, not something so strong happening, or if even if there is, maybe for it to not be on the couple happening all the time. Like I don't know, I want there to be like a moment where I can also see the couple like doing cute romantic things. Like there would be the whole show, there would be things happening, and only in like the last part of the season she gets together with someone and the season ends. And so I watched this whole fucking season to see romance, and I really saw it in the last 2 minutes. Okay, no problem. They got together in the last 2 minutes. I'm gonna watch more of them in the next season. Nope, they broke up in the first second of the next season. They are broken up, and again, no one is really together. And okay, and then they get together in the last 2 minutes again. And again, I don't get to like enjoy a couple being there. Okay, and then the third season, well, I I I wanted them to be with Conrad, and again, the last season I enjoyed it really much because they were finally together. But yeah, like I want to see more of like the couple being together. Oh, guys, you know what? Also, I was never like I would listen to Taylor Swift songs. Uh, and I know, like when I play them now, like I listen, I can sing along to some parts at least. But I was never like a huge fan of Taylor Swift. I would just know some of her songs. But recently, I guess maybe I kind of ran out. Like I play music like oftentimes in the day, and so there is usually an artist or an album or something, or a playlist or something that is like my go-to, and I play it as I'm doing something, and like this is what I enjoy in the moment. This is like my most listened to in the moment. And I guess I ran out of all artists' playlists and albums because I don't know, like there was nothing that I really wanted to listen to. And then I was like, you know what? Let's play Taylor Swift. And so recently I've been listening to her more, like more often, which is in fun fact. Oh, this is interesting. I Y'all don't know this yet. I Well, not right now, but there was a point in my life where I would like the thing that I would watch the most was K dramas, and not too long ago I was watching some again, but not that much, but still. And recently I remembered the K drama, Nevertheless, and I want to say like that was one of my favorite K dramas because I think that it was different from like the usual K dramas. Again, I watch mostly romantic content. So the romantic shows, movies, K dramas. So from the romantic K dramas that I've seen, this was like a different one, and I liked it because usually in the K dramas you have to wait until the 10th episode until they finally accidentally touch hands, and it's a whole big thing that takes 5 minutes, and it is characteristic to K dramas, and that's what people like about it, and maybe that's what I sometimes like too. And it's relaxing and chill and cool and okay, but I do have to point out that Nevertheless to me was different, and I really liked that because there was more sex scenes and kissing, and it was more like edgy. than so the most of the romantic K dramas that I've seen at least were more like bubbly, pink, calm, that kind of vibe. I hope you can get the vibe from like words, like random words, but that kind of vibe. Whereas like Nevertheless was more like edgy, and it wasn't like pink bubble. It would be more like there was like a bit of black, a bit of not depressing, but just like edgy, and I like that. So if you watch K dramas or you want to start, you can at least see the trailer and see if you like it. But yeah, if you don't like it, if you're just starting out and that's the first K drama that you watch and you don't like it, don't lose hope, because I do think that it's different than most K dramas. So then you can watch other ones. But if you really like that one, then what do we do? Because there was a point when I was like, you know what, I want to watch a K drama, but I want to watch a K drama that's like Nevertheless, and I couldn't really find another one because I don't like action or crime or horror or anything. And I couldn't find like a romantic K drama, but like Nevertheless, without it being like too heavy. So yeah, Nevertheless is gonna stay. And that's it. I also remember I really liked Extraordinary You. Um, that was one of my favorites. It's not like Nevertheless, but I did like it. It was cute and interesting. I usually also don't like fantasy, literally not any other genre, just rom com. But I liked it, at least at the time when I was watching it, which was maybe 5 years ago. I don't know. But yeah. You know what's really interesting? So I was watching interviews of the cast for The Summer I Turned Pretty, but then at some point I was like, okay, maybe enough. And I wanted to watch something else maybe, and I was like scrolling at the recommended videos, and for some reason recently, like on YouTube, like shorts started showing up to me from Millie Bobby Brown and Louis P something. Okay, I'm gonna, maybe I should look it up. Louis Louis Partridge. If I said the last name wrong, everyone is gonna continue with their day, and no one's gonna say shit. Okay, thank you. So recently, on YouTube on shorts from them would start showing up to me, and I would watch them. And when I wanted to watch something else, and interviews from them showed, and for some reason I was like, you know what, I want to watch this. And it's really fun, interesting, because I don't know, they are recent interviews, so I'm guessing they did a show or a movie together, and you know now there's interviews or something. I don't know, but this is so random because um I don't know the movie or the show they're in. I haven't watched anything that they're in. I have never been like a huge Millie Bobby Brown fan or something. I just have known on her. I think she's a great actress, great. But yeah. And Louis, also, I didn't even know he existed until recently because of Olivia. And I just want to say, like, I think that we were not, like, between their relationship between Olivia and Louis, we were not in their relationship. We don't know who was wrong or who was right, or maybe there was no one that was wrong or right. I mean, relationships are more complicated than, at least than I used to think. Because in the past, I would, like, when some celebrities would break up or something, I would be like, why? But they were perfect, or I'm sure this bitch did something or whatever. But now, and I've experienced stuff, and I've been in a relationship, and I realized relationships are much more complicated than I thought, and there could be many things that were wrong, and it doesn't necessarily mean that someone was wrong. And also, it doesn't mean that someone was not wrong. All I'm saying is that it's them two that were in the relationship. They know what happened. It's none of our business to know what happened. It's their lives and they are allowed to have privacy, and and I'm just saying this because I know that there are a lot of people who want to like be like, but what happened? But and I get that you're curious. I'm curious too. I guess that's a human thing. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it is none of our business. And my point with all of this is that I don't know what happened. I don't know them personally. Even if I do, I wasn't in the relationship, and I'm not taking anyone's side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Olivia's great. I think Louis great so far. I, to be honest, I don't even know them much, even as a fan. Like, as you guys know, I recently started listening to Olivia's new album. Before that, I wasn't really, and just now I started randomly watching interviews of Louis and Millie Bobby Brown. So yeah, and I really don't know much about both of them. And again, I think even if I was a huge fan, you still don't know the person. You only see what they want you to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, they're still a real person with their own real life. I'm saying this, and maybe it's like, yeah, duh, obvious, but there are people who like sometimes maybe forget that like it's an actually human being also. And yeah, so I'm not taking anyone's side, not right now. At least I really don't know much about them, and I'm supporting both of them. I'm wishing both of them the best. So yeah, now I'm watching interviews of them two, of Millie Bobby Brown and Louis. What? Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, this is really cool because I haven't watched any show or movie that they've been in. I haven't been like a huge Millie Bobby Brown fan. I just recently started finding out that Louis exists. So like, and the first thing that I watch is interviews of them. Like, I think like usually you watch the content that the person is doing, whether it's a song, a show, like something, and then you get interested, and then you uh, watch interviews or whatever. I didn't watch too much though. I think I watched only two, but then I had to go to sleep. And I don't know if I'm gonna watch more, but it's still fun. And they were fun. Like the interviews that I watched, they were fun. And it was really nice to see like their friendship. I guess I saw in one of the interviews they've known each other for like 7 years or something. Yeah, it's nice to see their friendship, and it's also cool to see because like technically they're from England, and that's cool because that's Europe. So technically they I don't know where they live now. Is it America or UK? But still, technically, at some point they were pretty close because I'm in Europe. Cool. Guys, recommend me. What should I watch or listen to next? I think by now, by how much I've talked about shows and songs, I think I think you get the idea what I like. Because what I've talked about so far, I really like. Like, in general, I like romantic comedies, romantic movies, shows. Music, I listen to pop. My favorite band, though, guys, you don't know this. My favorite band of all time is 5 Seconds of Summer. I don't think I said this so far. They're my all-time favorite band. Like, I've listened to them for so long. I don't even know how long. Maybe not that long. There's probably people, I mean, I know that there are fans that have listened to them even more than I have. So, yeah, but I have listened to them for a pretty long time. And I don't know if they are pop, especially their new music. Maybe it is. To be honest, I don't think I know the genres that well to music. So, Yeah, but I do mostly listen to pop. But my favorite, all-time favorite artist band is 5 Seconds of Summer. I love them, and you know what? Like, I always wanted to go to their concert, and I'm 22 now, and I've been listening to them like since I was like younger than this, obviously. And there was a point where like I really wanted to go to their concert, but I thought I knew that I was gonna go, but it did seem like so far out of reach. But I did know that I was gonna go. And then like recently I finally went. I did go to their concert, and bro, like it was unreal. Like I was so fucking happy. You have no idea. Literally I was watching them on the concert and I was like, my goals in life, my dreams in life came true. My goals in life, this was, I'm good. That's how much I love them. So for music, mostly pop, but my favorite, all-time favorite band is 5 Seconds of Summer. And sometimes I do listen to like other genres too, but just like what would dominate most of the time would be pop when I look at it, and 5 Seconds of Summer. So recommend to me what other movies and shows and songs I should listen to. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you so much. I enjoyed making this video, and I will see you next Friday. I love you.